And I'll go ahead and start with Alana. Go ahead, Alana.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alana Marie. Thank you so much for inviting me. I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Midwest.
Woohoo!
Forever. I live in Los Angeles, and my background, I went to school for sculpture. I worked as a welder for a long time. I'm a big metalhead. I love working with metal, and I moved to LA. My sister's here. And I am now in the high-end diamond and jewelry business, which combines sort of my love of design with material, and you can really nerd out about diamonds. There's like a lot of stats about them, and my company is really cool. It's really small. We're about 4 people, but we've been around for 26 years, and we're technically a wholesaler and a custom jeweler. So instead of having a storefront, somebody can come to us. We've worked with celebrities, athletes, but we also like work with anyone with any budget, and we do a lot of engagement rings. Somebody can just come to us and be like, this is a design I like, and I source the diamond myself and design a setting for them. That goes for any sort of jewelry.
Wow.
Bigger, small. So there's a lot of artistic components in it too. So yeah, that's what I do. And if anybody needs jewelry for the holidays, I'm your girl. I'm quick to respond, and we could have a lot of fun designing something. So I've been doing that for like about 4 or 5 months, learning a lot. It's challenging, but I'm really liking it so far. So that's my spiel. Very
All
happy
right.
to be here. Yeah.
Thank you, Alana. Now you get to ask a question to anyone in the group. So who do you pick?
Let's see, everyone. Is everyone new? Is everybody new here?
Not everybody. Some are members.
Jessica, cute beanie. What do you do?
Thank you. And I knew you were going to call me for some reason, but it's all good. And thank you. I got it at CVS. So
nice.
Hey, when you get a good deal, you just got to go for it. So what do I do? I am in business development, and I specialize in specifically with joint venture brokering. So instead of it being like properties and stuff, I broker people and deals, and I'm like the liaison between all the strategic intros and stuff. So I resonate with you being a creative person myself. So that is actually the industry I want to advocate for and give more opportunities in, because most creators just want to be on the back end doing their thing and not doing the outreach and stuff. So yeah, I have some fun creative projects going on in the works with that, and real estate focuses too, but okay. Elevator pitch.
All right.
Thanks for the question. Good to have you here, Alana.
Thanks.
And I am a member, by the way, of Fire Up Connect. So I sometimes like to joke that Marie doesn't pay me to say that, but whatever. You need a resident person every once in a while. So okay, so that's me, and the person I'm gonna pick is, if James Watson, Jim is available. I'm not sure if
he available.
He is.
He's referring to himself in like the third person. He is. Okay. Hi, good to see you again.
You too. Now you really see me.
What did you say?
Now you really see me. I got on the video.
Oh yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, he has a fan on, so
yeah.
I have a beanie on because I'm in a cold part of the country. My question for you would be, so, wow, sorry. I was looking at you and then the screen changed to Paul. That messed with my head a little bit. My question for you is, what is something you're most proud of accomplishing by the end of the year, and why?
By the end of this year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, since I just started my business, even though I've been in business a long time, I worked for corporations, and 1099, I actually officially started my business in June, and then partnered with a company that's a large network of fractional sales VPs. And there's obviously been challenges in starting a company. And I've been a 1099 before. I worked on a consulting basis, but I've never actually gone ground up and and built something like this. And I think the biggest challenge has been not to just go and try to market directly, but rather to I don't know, rethink things to a networking perspective of kind of finding who's in my ecosystem, who has common ground. And then, so I've really worked hard since I've started the company to focus on that. And I'm now getting to a point where I'm getting into play, with some, potential contracts, but it's been a long haul. So I'd say by the end of the year, probably more so than, even though I've had some small gigs, the most important thing for me is to have a solid foundation. And I'd be very proud of, having a strong network of at least like 12 people that I could consider like power partners that I'm giving referrals to, and vice versa. And I've really focused on that part of it, on more the giving side of it than expecting anything in return. And I think that that is, the biggest accomplishment for me, because I know that that's the right thing to do, and it'll set me up for next year.
Thank you, James. All right, who's your next person?
Oh, I have to be able to see everyone here. All right, I'm just gonna pick here. How about Rick Morgan?
Okay, what's your question for Rick?
Okay, Rick, I'll go a little bit beyond, and instead of what you want to accomplish this year, what are you looking to accomplish next year, and what will success look like for you?
Thanks, James.
Sure thing.
Coincidentally, I am working on my 2022 business plan this month. So I am outlining from the goal, and then the activities on a quarterly, monthly, weekly basis that I need to do to get there. So I'm in the franchise industry. So for me, it's doing deals. So either finding people who want to invest in franchising, or finding businesses that want to become a franchise, which has been a huge part of my activity in 2021. And that'll be a bigger part of my 2022 goal.
Awesome.
So
Thank you,
I'm going to
Rick.
go to Mr. Torres, and I'm going to ask him if that is a portrait of him behind his left shoulder. I think I'm right with the left shoulder, because it looks very similar.
Yeah, you're right. That is
Wow.
a portrait of myself. I didn't make it. It was a friend of mine as a gift. He gave it to me. He's been seeing that I've been using it on like all my content and stuff. He told me he's gonna make me a new one because his art is better and everything. It's like he's like ashamed of this one. Like he's so much better now. I'm like, dude, this is cool. Everybody likes it. Chill.
I love it.
Yeah, I like it. Like the colors. Like I gave him the idea of like, just put out like a bunch of colors and that's it. Like and then what pictures? Like I just grabbed the first one that I found on my phone and I gave it to him and he just traced it and like did it. So pretty cool.
Outstanding.
Awesome. All right. Fu, who is your next person?
Guess I wanna.
Do you want us to call you Fu? Is that what you go by?
Yeah, that's what I go by. Fu. It's like first.
Also,
part-
I'm a James, so there's been confusion when people call him James. So he decided we settled in on Fu.
I see.
I mean, I tell everybody even before the confusion to call me Fu. It was
All
just
right.
like even more so now enforce it because there's another James. So like people call me like since I'm a kid. Most friends call me Fu. So
It's a cool, easy name to say.
I like it. I love it. And like I'm trying to brand it in a way that it's like Fu can do it. Like Dr. Rob was actually telling me like this kind of slogan, like because anything with media relations, Fu can do it. Kind of like that.
All right, Fu.
Anyway, so my question will be for I guess for John, let's say. I want to ask John, what is the first thing that you want to focus on doing like on 2022? Like what is the first thing that you're like, do you want to like do in 2022, let's say?
First thing that we want to focus on in 2022 is building our integration to Procore, which is the leading construction management technology. So they've asked us to do it. So it's we're just kind of getting everything ready, getting all our resources ready for the development of that. And so that's really going to be the first thing we do. So, yeah.
Wow, congrats, John. That's awesome.
And just just because it was, what does that mean for your business and like for your client? Like, because I just,
Okay,
you mentioned
yeah.
that, I don't know. So,
Yeah. Okay. So my company does ID badging, but as a smartphone app. And so we delve into compliance and risk management, especially for places that have like field-based workers. So take a construction site. So Procore is interested in integrating with our technology so that the owners of the project or the GC that's using Procore already to like manage all of the financials, all of the change orders, and like all of the drawings and the engineering and project management documents, those same people can click a button in Procore to add all of the virtual badges that are in the roster into that project. So they know everyone who's there, and then they'll be able to pull out our statistics. So they know like your clock in and clock out time and your compliance data. So
awesome.
my
Nice.
company's secret sauce in construction is that if I'm the worker and say Marie is my manager, if I can show her my badge on my phone that's like active and valid, then she'll let me drive the forklift. She'll probably scan the QR code. But if I can't show that, she's going to make me go back to my profile in Virtual Badge where I have to upload whatever document went out of date, because if I got hurt while driving the forklift, the company is basically screwed because of the amount of money the fines cost and OSHA and all of that stuff. So yeah.
Awesome, John.
If you have something, that's
All
so cool.
Who's your next person, John?
Eddie, are you here?
Sort of multitasking.
All right, there's Eddie.
Well, what's the latest update of Zip Analyzer?
The latest update is I've got a few people all interested, but then they said the problem of casino fundraising. The problem is the seed investors, VCs have no clue what I'm talking about. The data's not public. So we're gonna put the technology, the application above the fold, a new website, got a new branding, gonna call it the Zip Intel, not Zip Analyzer, because that's really what we're doing, an intelligence system. And just posting on Guru and Upwork to get that website done, and then we're gonna do the marketing plan and raise a couple $1 million. But that's all after we educate the industry that this real estate technology even exists. So because it's really hard to raise funding from companies or even a VC if they have no clue what the data even exists. So that's the plan. What do you think about that, John?
Awesome.
Sounds good. My advice to you is just that your pitch is going to continue to evolve, and like the best way to evolve it is to continue to pitch in front of people and get slammed, because it forces you to have better ideas and it forces you to figure out what they really want.
Yeah, I met a guy this morning, wanted to give me 100,000. He said, before I do it, what are you going to do with the money? I said, well. So I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So Joshua, tell me about yourself. And I don't think we've met. I see your Goldsmith Financial. Tell me what your goal is for like the next, how about 1 month for the rest of the year?
Okay, well, you want to know about myself. I'm wearing a little shirt here. I don't know if you can see MIT Dad. So my daughter is a senior at MIT right now. So I'm super excited. She's coming home. Can't wait to see her for the holidays. Very, very proud of her. My goal for the next month is to have myself branded. I'm focusing right now on LinkedIn. In fact, that's how I met Marie, and that's how I'm here. And I'm kind of combing through all my contacts and making them actual contacts rather than just, faces that I see when I log in. And so my goal is to actually connect with more people and to increase my growth ultimately. by meeting other professionals and finding other people with actual needs for financial services. And to increase my business awareness, I started my company in 2012, been in business since 2007. With Goldsmith Financial since 2012, and it's been a very nice, good career, solid. I'm just looking to meet more people.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Joshua.
Thanks.
Okay, so who's your next person?
Okay, so is it, am I supposed to ask a question for people that haven't had questions before? Well, I'll ask a question. Here's Paul. I know Paul hasn't had his chance to talk. I know you're wearing a tie over there, Paul, and yeah, I can see the double knot there. So you tells me you're kind of old school. I don't know where you are, but what do you do, and how do you do it?
Well, thank you very much, Joshua. I dress like this every day, and I thank my mother for it. I'm originally from San Francisco. My mother used to love to dress, and my dad too. And so I grew up in that environment. And actually, this is a single knot, but
Oh, wow.
no problem. But,
Really?
yeah. And but anyway, so, and I appreciate the eye though that you saw it. Well, anyway, what I do is I'm what they call an impact investor manager. I promote big projects. I moved to Rio Rancho, set up an office, and that's my focus. My big major focus is to help the economic development or the foundation of this city. And usually I would have on the background, that's the city of Rio Rancho. I don't know if any of you know New Mexico. There are a couple, I know Marie does. And then two, I continue to be active in San Francisco as a realtor there. So I've been very busy with that. And just the different platforms that I use, I'm really taking advantage of them to integrate to what I'm wanting to do. And I have a major marketing situation going on in San Francisco, likewise here. And as far as a goal for December, I'm a commercial broker out here now. So I do have a client that is looking for a specific commercial piece out here that is going to be part of, I think, our vision in the Civic Center Plaza of Rio Rancho, where he's an attorney, he's growing. And I think that that would be a great relocation for him. And that's what I do.
Awesome, Paul. All right,
Oh,
who's
thank
your
you,
next
Marie.
person, Paul?
Okay, so that would be you, Marie
I
Antoinette.
think aren't we missing? Oh, so she left, huh?
Who's
There's a
that?
lady that was there. Okay, so go ahead and ask me the question.
Okay, so Marie, what are your plans for either the next month and 222? Is that right? I got on a little bit late, so I apologize. I don't know if that was the question, but tell us more about your life, Marie. It's always interesting.
Okay, well, I have to make sure that I'm on task with the Christmas Business Networking Party, this month. And then my goal is to launch the Global Society Female Entrepreneurs Mission Valley chapter next month, and also the International Wealth Builders Association. So I've got two big organizations that I'm going to be launching in January. But of course, we've got the Real Men of Real Estate radio talk show, the Fabulous Lifestyle radio talk show, and upcoming Fire Up Connect. We're gonna have a radio show for Fire Up Connect also. So I'm very excited about that. With a lot of people coming into our organization, I think this is going to be such a blessing for us that we have a connection to KCAA network. So, and plus I'm doing this Fire Up Live event in May, which is going to be about 300 to 500 people that we're going to organize with other organizations. So very excited about next year. And plus, of course, Paul, your project and all these real estate development projects, we're going to be working on those. Anyway, well, thank you so much. Did you guys enjoy that? Yeah, all right, cool.
And by the way, I am a member of Fire Up Connect. And Marie, what you do is fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much.
Marie, before we move on, could you actually just so Marie and I also connected through LinkedIn, but I know very little about what you do. So can you just explain what Fire Up Connect is?
Yes, so Fire Up Connect is a business networking group where we meet every Tuesday and Fridays of the week. So it's a weekly meetings. And then we actually create projects, we collaborate, we make sure that we understand everybody's business. We build our relationship to where, you know, we can give each other a lifetime referral, because, you know, we want to make sure that we understand what you do, and we have a good relationship in order for us to refer business to you. And so part of what we do in our meeting is to understand and to really create that relationship in regards to building our businesses. And I
Got it.
provide, my company is called Finest Women in Real Estate. I started in the real estate industry, and I do a lot of marketing programs for the Finest Women in Real Estate. But I provide TV show, radio show, magazine publication, and of course, the business networking group is one thing that we're focusing on too. So that's what I do, Ilana.
Great.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So the next part of our meeting, and we're already halfway of our meeting, and I'm going to try and make it very quick on this section, because we still have to go after our third part of our meeting, which is what we call business share time. So, and we have, I would say, we have 5 minutes to do a discussion on a given topic. And I wanted to ask everyone, give me your perspective in a very, like 30 seconds at least, in regards to a topic of media marketing platforms. So who wants to start with that perspective? James?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
So the
please?
question is to talk about media marketing platforms. So I just wanted to get your perspective on that and what it is with your business. How does it work for your business? And we want to just make it quick. If you can do it 30 seconds, just really quickly, so I understand what you think about it. James, you want to start?
Sure. Yeah. So I would say for me, and I've been using it for years, but I continue to use it more and more, and it's become more and more effective, is LinkedIn. And I have LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and because there you get your second and third level connections, so that when you're doing research and you can search for the types of companies you want to work with or the partners you want to work with, you can then automatically see who you have in common as connections. So what it really does is it bridges the gap, so it's not a cold outreach, it's a warm outreach. You can reference an individual, and I found that to be very effective.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll go
All right.
if no one else is going. So two things. Clubhouse is a platform that I've been getting a lot of great opportunities through for personal dev and speaking opportunities, and also leveraging other people's audiences and network and stuff is what I'm finding to be similar to what James just said about like having mutual connections, mutual audiences, being able to add value that way. So it's not always a formal platform, but whenever you can have that grassroots opportunity to be exposed to someone else's network, just whatever it is, just take those 15 minutes, take that half an hour. And even here with Marie, when you get those 30-minute interviews and getting on the radio show, just do it, and you'll get more comfortable with it in time.
All right. Thank you. Who's next?
I'll try.
Eddie, go for it.
So I'll add a little spice to it, because I never knew this. Recently, I put an ad on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn allows you to put a free ad once a month. I put an ad on there for advisor, prop tech advisor. I've been picking the brains of a really smart commercial broker as 50 agents in the last 2 weeks. And I got an advisor who's a speaker at prop tech at the National Association of Realtors. And she may introduce our product there. So she's picking our brains. And it's all because I put an ad for someone, and I didn't know you could do a free ad. So besides just networking it at LinkedIn and the standard stuff, it's a pretty good idea if you know what you're looking for to put a free ad there. So
Okay.
I thought I'd toss that. I didn't know that you could do that.
Thank you, Eddie. Okay, who's next?
So,
John, go ahead, John.
sure. And well, I feel like the biggest thing with using these types of platforms is just trying to connect with people instead of selling. I feel like just getting engagement is really the biggest thing, especially because that pushes you up the algorithms. I don't really know how that would work on something like Clubhouse, but just in terms of social media posting and like garnering engagement in general, like it benefits you to be more about your own personality and just try to find ways to connect with people than like talk about your business and how you're better than everyone else and that type of stuff.
Awesome. All right. Who's next? James? Fu.
Well, what the new thing that I'm doing right now seems to be working. I just started out as a Facebook group. So I started filtering people to my own community. So that's my main thing right now that I'm doing for, rolling out to 2022 and finishing 2021 is create my own communities. So just, pick one thing, create your own community. And then from there, you can go to other communities and like, for example, like I can promote Fire Up Connect at the same time that Fire Up Connect promotes me and stuff like that. That's a great way. Because when you are in communities and you see each other all the time, then it just becomes like regular people, like they're just kind of like either almost friends and stuff. So like that way, when you have trust, then everything else is kind of like, oh, you are an expert on this, I'm an expert on that, and we help each other out. So like creating my own community for PR trends and tips and really the hot deals that are time sensitive, that I've been struggling a lot to kind of get through people if I don't have like a person already in my pipeline warm. So like I'm creating this to have people that are expecting to be reached out or to at least, get the content through the group. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, creating and focusing a lot on like John said, on creating like meaningful connections. Before I was kind of spray and pray and just kind of like, okay, I can help so many people and everything. So now I'm be like, okay, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. So I've just been like really like just connecting with people and that's it. And then after that, like they can either be a client or a referral partner or anything, or just an advocate on my brand. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Awesome. Thank you, Fu. Okay, Paul, you were getting ready also, Paul?
Yes, I think that this platform here is so refreshing, because I do use LinkedIn, a lot of social media that I have people working on. The other thing is, thanks to Marie, the platform of, voicing live, that this is huge. I think one thing that we've learned through this pandemic is that we really are social bunnies. We want to get out and see people. We want to see the facial expressions. So it just clicked on me what this reminds me of. Remember when you were in school, in high school, and at least in San Francisco, the weekend would come up and say there was a party, you would want to be at that party because you knew that you were going to see friends or new people that was going to allow you to be yourself. Not so much behind a desk and learning and being in school and you had to, comport yourself a certain way. So this is, to me, of course, we're professionals, but I think at the same time that we can, show a little bit about ourselves, who we really are. Because business, I love it, but yeah, there's another side of me. And I think this is really nice to be a part of.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Paul. All right. Any other people like we Rick?
Oh,
Ready?
I haven't gone yet.
Okay.
So I've incorporated video into my messaging, and I belong to a video networking group called Video Socials, and it's a safe place to practice and get feedback. You record a video and under 3 minutes, get it back the same day. You can play with it, edit it, and then post it if you feel comfortable. So that's something I've been doing.
Awesome, Rick. Congratulations. All right. We've got Joshua.
Yeah. Hey, so media with business, I mentioned before I'm using LinkedIn. That was one of my 1 month goals. It's been a challenge, to be honest, with me. I built my business going door to door through a business model. A national broker dealer taught me, and then I just kind of used that my whole career, face to face, shaking hands, kissing babies, that sort of deal. Media, online media has always been personal, always been like, Facebook and, posting pictures of my daughter or whatever situation is. So it's kind of a challenge to kind of transition. I know it's kind of late. It's like we're already, a gazillion media outlets to advertise your business. But perhaps, I'm a one-man kind of show. However, I do expand, I have an administrator, and, my idea is to kind of get more involved, with the media and, as far as media outlets and advertising for my business, so that, we can find qualified people. And, this seems to be a pretty good platform so far. So thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Joshua. Elana. Turn on your microphone, please. There you go.
So in all honesty, I do not like social media. I think it can be pretty toxic, especially for young girls. And I have not had like a personal Instagram account in years, or Facebook. It just like is better for my mental health. But that said, I understand that like it's just part of business these days. And so I am still, I think, getting acclimated. Like I'm actually running my company's Instagram too. And I think that's good because I'm sort of getting reacquainted with it. And it also isn't necessarily about me. It's like about our product and not my personal life. And I think just what you were talking about, Joshua, I think that human connection is like why people actually want to buy from you or work with you rather than other people. And I think that a lot of actually like my business that has worked is me literally going out of my comfort zone and going up to people or like chatting up people in line at Starbucks and being like, hey, this is me. This is like my whole spiel, and like seeing how people respond to that. And so I guess I would say I don't necessarily feel very comfortable with any marketing platform that's online, but
Okay.
I am trying to be, because I know that it's essential to modern business for
Alana,
sure.
have you done LinkedIn at all?
That's the one that I actually feel good about. That's how I met Marie. That's like how that is one that I have been on a lot. And, as you all know, as soon as you get one connection, then you can sort of get more through them. I think I am having a problem. Maybe it's just the jewelry thing. I have had a few instances where I'm like, hey, I'm Alana. This is what we do, yada, yada. And people are like, why should I buy from a stranger? Like, why should I buy jewelry from you?
Okay.
And I don't really know how to answer that question yet. Like my response has been like, well, we have great reviews on Google and like we're world renowned. And if you're local to LA, I'm happy to like show you things in person. But that is, I think with jewelry, like that is something, just because it's of such high value and because there are scammers out there for real, that like that is harder, I think, also to do online. I think it's like it's more of an in-person business.
It can be effective to do some, if you get some testimonials that you can post up in part of your profile, that can help add some credibility.
That's a good idea. Like there are reviews on Google, but that's a good idea. Like actually personal ones that I could then repost, like via text that's a good idea. Thank you.
Well, it's very interesting how everybody is different from what they're doing. And I think this is this is part of our meeting where you learn from everybody else and how they're running their business based on their business category. So let's take 30 seconds for you guys to just give your feedback on what you learned from this part of our meeting. Put it on chat, and we'll take 30 seconds and give us your feedback.
I'm sorry, what are we doing?
You just type your feedback on what you learned from everybody.
Okay.
So just giving feedback from everyone on this part of our meeting. And one thing that we do here in Fire Connect is we want to make sure that we are understanding if people are really learning or they're really understanding your message. So that's why we always like to take them some time to get feedback. Okay, so while you guys are working on that, I'm going to explain the next part of our meeting. We only have 15 minutes here, which, normally we're able to cover this, but so keep in mind, we are 10 people here right now, and if we keep with our 1 minute time frame, we can accomplish this. So make sure that just be cautious of our time. Okay, so this is the time where you can share one of the three things: a success story that kind of shows your accomplishments, or a challenge that you're dealing with, which if you already shared your challenge, try and cover something else. And then lastly is you can share one of a specific goal with a time frame of completion, so people can understand how they can support you in accomplishing that goal. So I'm going to go ahead and start with James. 1 minute.
Okay, you caught me a little off guard because I was just finishing up, typing my my response in there.
Okay.
But I think what I'll do is I will talk, briefly about a success story, that I had. And, it was really starting to work with, I was brought into a startup. I was struggling to scale, and, the investors at that point, they said, okay, you're doing well, but you're not close to hitting your numbers. And so the VP of sales at the time was, wearing a lot of hats, not doing a bad job, but was just getting spread too thin because they were growing. So it's not a matter of them not doing a good job. They just had outgrown it and they didn't have all the support they needed. And so when I was brought in, I, worked with the executives and in a very collaborative way, and, was involved in all the executive meetings and then hands-on coaching of the sales team. And that basically kept everyone in the know on what was going on. And so initially I did an assessment, of everyone, worked on their sales processes and their strategy, and worked with the executive team. And then we finally came up, with the sales playbook and an onboarding. And then we're able to come up with a foundation of predictable and repeatable processes. So long story short, it paved the way for another round of funding, and they were able to expand into new markets.
Awesome. Thank you. That was awesome timing. All right, let's go to John Simon.
So for success, we finally signed to own the IP that we've been fighting over for like freaking a long time. But George and I own it all. It's signed and sealed. So that's my success. Challenge is marketing. I'm still trying to learn. I think marketing is really hard for me because I'm a really direct person. And so you got to kind of play a game. I don't know if that makes sense. Like sales is a game, it's like dating.
All right.
I'm glad I'm already married. That's what I'll say.
Hey, man, I can go either way. It could be a quality game or it could be a numbers game. So you got to decide.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Eddie.
Let's see. Well, my biggest success is to be determined still, but probably my biggest challenge is getting people to understand what the heck I do. So we're going to pivot our top navigation to what we offer, who we help, what we do, and why current data matters. It's real simple stuff, one page, and then put the technology above the fold, because that's real simple. Do you want to make better decisions with better data, or you want to make stupid informed and drive around for the next 6 months? So my biggest thing is to be able to simplify that and get it short and sweet so people get what I'm doing. And I'm about there after like throwing mud at the wall for so many times.
Awesome. Thank you, Eddie. All right, let's move on to Fu.
My shall win is that my contact has been super solid. Today I'm organizing interviews from editors from Forbes to my clients, so that's exciting. The challenge, I guess, is like like John or like most people, the really like the marketing, but I would say more the prospecting, to be more specific. I still haven't figured out how to like have like consistent. I want to have like 3 qualified people on the phone every single day of the week. That's my goal, like 3 qualified people. And I can get a bunch of appointments, or I can get like more like qualified. In when I do the qualification, like it's been like a lot of like networking and like, so there's like so much. So I'm trying to, I'm already, I have a system and I'm training my 2 assistants to it. It's just like, yeah, so that will be my challenge, to completely disconnect from prospecting. That's what I want. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Fu. Okay, let's move on to Rick.
I've had success in helping a number of businesses navigate their franchising process and working with them as their guide and coach. And then my challenge is in being able to more quickly qualify or disqualify my leads. That's what I'm trying to improve upon.
Awesome. Sweet and short. Okay, let's move on to Paul.
I have quite a few success in the sense that it seems, unbeknownst to me, that things are just coming into place. Last week had a successful investor webinar, and 2 of them, one from New York and one from California. The one from New York happened to make an appointment with me, which I had yesterday. So I was showing him a little bit more of the city out here. My other success includes all of you, in the sense that when I said that everything is coming together, it just seems like the creator above knows what we all need, right? And so when we get out of our way and don't second guess each other or our ways, I think we start to really see people in our lives for what they're really doing and helping us with. So that's been a huge, say, yes. And then as far as, yeah, there we go. I'm done.
All right,
Right?
thank you. Okay, who is next? Joshua?
Hey, yeah, so my success is always in product and my service. It's the easy part for me. You know, it's but you can have the best product and service in the world, but if nobody knows about it, nobody's using it, correct? So my challenge is always meeting more people, but I am a very outgoing person. So it's not really a challenge, but I guess my biggest challenge is, after I meet somebody, is to earn that trust and finding out what is most important to my clients. Is I have it on my website, this quote, you know, because it's actually the core. I love what I do. It's my number one priority, because basically it's finding out what's most important to you is my number one priority, because it gives me the insight into finding out what the best investment selections are for your needs. So that's it.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much. Let's move on to Jessica.
Hello, this is so awesome hearing what's unfolding for everyone and all our persistence through the year. It's a really cool progression. And what I want to add to the conversation is I got invited to speak on a podcast to be more visible from a meeting I had earlier today. And that felt good because it shows that the work I've been doing to be more consistent with my own follow-up and just personal stuff is beginning to like project out like the way I want it to not just like fake it till you make it kind of thing, but facing things till I make it. And I just really appreciate that she saw that confidence shine through to invite me to be a guest on a podcast. So that's a personal win. I'm still working toward my 3 what do you call it? Not testimonials, but case studies. I still have my goal for 3 case studies lined up for this end of the year goal. And then a challenge would be, well, similar to what others have been saying about messaging and stuff, like just having people understand what I'm doing and that it comes across really well. So Marie gave me some pointers and I've been switching things up when I'm doing my outreach, and very grateful for this supportive community.
Thank you, Jessica. Okay, Ilana?
Yeah, I think my challenge and my successes are one and the same, which is getting my own clients. I think anyone who's in marketing or sales understands that. It's like with my company, I have this really incredible infrastructure where I have someone that can make the things, and like, there's already this platform, and I sort of just need to use it to my advantage. But I think I have gotten a few of my own clients, but it also feels like a challenge. Like I'm kind of not panicking. That's way too strong a word, but the holiday season, as I'm sure you know, is like the biggest time of year. And so I'm having a lot of like, this is the time that I can really sort of set myself up for more of the year, but it's also like this very small window. So I think my challenge is just like trying to solve how to get more clients and do so in a broad way, but also in a way that feels focused, and sort of just trying to navigate like how to do that best before the window closes.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you. That was great, you guys. This is where we have a few more minutes, and what I would like to do this time is make sure that you put your information in the chat so everybody can connect. And if you wanted to have a one-on-one meeting with everybody, make sure that you do the follow-up and make that happen. And then you guys are welcome to also have a meeting with me. If you have any questions or additional information on the Fire Up Connect, let me know, and I will definitely love to share more to you of all the benefits that you can get as a member of Fire Up Connect. I wanted to get feedback from our first-time visitors. Joshua, what did you think about our meeting today?
I thought it was nice. It was fresh. It was kind of different. And I have not had any kind of Zoom meeting like this before. So I don't have a whole lot of reference other than, Chamber of Commerce, which I'm glad it's nothing like that. I want to thank everybody for this, and hopefully we can connect offline or online off this line. How about that?
Yes, of course, definitely. Okay, Ilana, what do you think about our meeting?
I think it's good. I think Marie, you're a very good, what are you?
A moderator?
Yeah, you're a very good moderator. You're like really efficient. I like it. It's like, I like, yeah, it's really good. I really appreciate you and the way that you're handling this. I thought it was good. I think even like, not to just be a sap, but I think these things are good because I think it's good to understand that like running a business or having any sort of thing that you're doing on your own is really challenging. And I think that it always will be. And like, it's just kind of what is the new challenge this week. And I think it's just good in conversation like this to get perspective that that's kind of always going to be the case. And it's more like how you handle it week to week.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ilana. And from our members, any comments?
I was like, is Paul gonna go?
Oh, go ahead, please, ladies first, Jessica, please,
Go ahead, Paul.
go right ahead.
We're both tag teaming. I just wanted to thank everyone for coming tonight and being consistent and valuing, really just investing in yourself to come check us out, come learn and really have some opportunities for where you need clarity for the end of the year and other goals you're working on, because that's our goal. Is it's not just another meeting. Like, no one needs another meeting. And to add to more of the noise, what we really need is authentic community, consistency in certain aspects that matters the most, and in collaboration together. So I just so appreciate our guests today. And I also appreciate the opportunity to show up for myself today when sometimes I don't always feel like doing that. So
Awesome.
yeah.
All right, Paul, what about you?
Yes, I wanted to just let you guys know that I'm not Mr. Perfect. I forgot to tell you guys my challenges, but really quick is, since I'm a big picture guy, to stay focused on one thing has been my challenge for a long time. So that's where I'm really inviting people to help. I wanted to shout out to John, because John's program or his app, I seen it. In fact, we're going to be working with Procore, and I'm And I did give a shout out to John's app because I think it is going to be a marvelous app for especially commercial construction development in a big scale. The other thing I wanted to say, Alana, since you're new here, I'm totally with you. It really hard. It is hard work, but yet too, I think we shouldn't take ourselves serious. I just look at this platform as like, once again, it's like meeting up with high school friends or something, and just being able to be yourself professionally too, and have a laugh here and there. So hang in there. I think you add to this group. So fantastic.
Thanks.
Awesome. Anyone else?
Does anyone need any jewelry? For the
I
holiday?
might.
Okay,
Yeah,
Paul.
you'll have to shoot me over your information.
I will. I'm gonna connect with everyone on here.
Because I like jewelry. But
And
Great.
anyway.
I know I saw you. Men don't wear enough jewelry. Good on you, Paul.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank my
Ilana,
parents for that.
right there.
All right. Anyone else?
I'm sorry.
Anyone else who wants to speak? Members.
I'll say something real quick. This is
Okay,
James on. I'm enjoying it. You know, I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, and I've seen quite a few of the same people, and I've connected with them, and and talked to them, and even discussed business. But I'm enjoying the networking and the flow, and the way that you facilitate these meetings. So I think it's great.
Thank you, James.
Mhm.
All right. Anyone else? All right, Rick, any comments?
Good. I enjoyed it.
Good. John?
Good meeting as usual.
All right. John Simmons?
I don't know. I don't really have any comments. You know how I feel about this group.
All right, cool. James? Boo. He's good. And
I was like, I just wait. I'm like, you're James, and I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, me, cool.
And then I always get startled. I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss something? Or do I have to go?
train.
Okay. Yeah, it's cool to have something like what I like is like it's every week. I don't make it every week, but it's cool that it's every week. So I have the chance to even do it like, also when I can. And it's cool to see the same people, and I see like the direction where we're going, and especially with Marie, we're like, I'm super excited to be in radio, and then I would love to like actually be in person in the near future, 2022, hopefully. So I can go there and like just get some really good footage and stuff. So, for my content and, to meet everybody.
Yes. Eddie? You always have a unique closing.
Yeah, well, I'm debating if I should go hire a therapist or not, because I got this fetish that every few weeks I go buy a new hat, says the CEO. So anyway, that's
You
that's my-
should get a therapist. Everyone should have a therapist, Eddie.
Yes, I agree.
Seriously.
I think
Get one.
Anyway, it's just my little sense of humor.
yeah, this platform is actually good for therapy also.
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
dear, what just happened?
Exactly. Wow.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. Again, we love to see new people. We love to always interact with our members. There's a lot of beautiful things that we are doing. And Ilana, I'm connected to magazines, and I've done fashion shows. I've connected to a lot of fashion designers and photographers. So definitely there's a room of opportunity for that. And
Great.
Joshua, definitely connect with everybody. Who doesn't want, financial, representative? They always need someone like that. So it's good to be available for this. By the way, we had a couple of people from our last meeting, and they were from Trusted Partners group. And they really loved our meeting, that they're going to talk to their members about coming to our meetings as more of the next level for their members, because they feel like what we've done in our meeting is to where we are collaborating, and they're learning more on how to really expand their business in terms of marketing and branding. And so now they're talking to their members about, letting them know that this is another platform that they can come and join us to learn more about how they can improve their business. So that was really a good meeting we had from them. And I'm
So
excited.
it wasn't the one that was like awkwardly, it felt like they were just like spying. It wasn't those people.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
who? Okay.
Remember there was like someone there, like they just
Oh,
weren't,
Firefly. Actually, he came in today and I had to remove him.
oh,
And
that is
so
so
yeah,
weird.
Joshua
So
saw
weird.
it, and I said, yeah, if you're not gonna participate, I'm gonna remove you. so,
Okay,
Good for
because I was
you.
like,
Wait,
that's
wait.
really,
I think are you guys? I think you guys talking about my AI note taker,
is that
probably.
you?
Yeah, it is me. I'm sorry.
ah,
It's Firefly.
I just set up this like AI note taker. So just every meeting that I have on the same email, it just
Uh-huh.
automatically comes, and then you can decide to accept it or not to take notes. And then
Oh,
just
you
see if
didn't
it
tell
passed
me,
grade.
Fu. I mean,
the whole time for like 2 weeks now, we're like, who is this? Like,
guy.
It's Foo, is it it's Firefly? Is that what it is?
It's that's it's the name of the thing, Firefly.
Yeah, it's called Firefly AI.
Oh, okay,
oh
yeah.
my
then that was
God,
it.
that's, the mystery
Wow,
has been
that's so
solved.
funny.
Marie, you owe this AI an apology.
We said, Firefly, are you gonna answer?
She kept asking, yeah, she kept asking, you gonna answer me this time? I'm gonna have to kick you out. This is your last warning.
It says in the name, it
So
says
funny.
note taking service.
Eddie said, Marie, you need to keep it because they might raise some funding. So I kept
But I just love that Fu didn't even say anything about it. He was just like, "Oh, I don't-" until
It's
now.
automatic. It's just
Anyway.
so
Well, we're learning every day. We're learning something new, and thank you, Fu, for letting us know. Because I was going back to the other members, and I'm asking, "Were you the one who's with Firefly?" It's I kept asking everything, and no one was saying anything, and it was you. Okay. Well, thank you so much again. This was amazing, and so nice to meet all of you. Have an amazing week. And if you guys wanted to watch our Christmas party event, let me know. Jessica has the link. Connect with Jessica. She can give you the access to that, and you'll be able to be on live stream with us. It will be on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Join us, and you're gonna meet a lot of people. There's a lot of new faces that are gonna be there, and Rick, you definitely want to be there because there's a lot of businesses from this Chamber of Commerce. So I think it'll be good for you to be represented in that event. Okay.
That's Thursday, Marie?
Yeah, this Thursday at 5:30 p.m. And John, definitely you want to be there because that's New School of Architecture and Design. They might want a virtual badge for their school. You never know because they're connected to a lot of construction developers and builders. By the way, everybody, I'm also connected to real estate development projects. So if you are interested in learning more about that, let me know. Everyone in this group is very high quality profile individuals. It's such a blessing to have you, all of you here. And, just this group alone, you are looking at a very high potential of connections. So, be very thankful that we are all here together because there's a lot of opportunity that we can connect and make some great, great money for next year, right, Paul?
Yes.
Paul has a very large project that we can all be connected. So, you don't want to miss that opportunity because that is something that we are blessed by Paul by being part of this group. So make sure that you connect with Paul. All right. Well, thank you so much. And make sure you follow up. Don't forget Fire Up Connect Friday at 11 a.m. We're not meeting on the 24th and the 31st, but outside that, we're always meeting on Tuesday at 3 o'clock and Friday at 11. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Very nice to meet you all.
Bye.
It was nice
Thanks,
meeting you
bye.
too, Lena.
Nice
Hang in
meeting
there,
everyone.
Lena.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye,
Thanks,
Good
Marie.
to see
Bye,
you,
guys.
Jessica.
See you
Marie, you
Thursday.
did a great job.
Thank
Rick,
you,
nice
Paul.
meeting you. James, John, congrats again.
Thank you, John.
Fantastic.
So awesome.
Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much, Marie.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.